Okay, so when last we left, you had entered the so-called Holy of Holies and defeated 5 undead large spiders and a silver drider with a huge gem in her chest. Some of you are hurt, I think, if I remember correctly. And the whole place is filled with webs. Though you kind of behind the webbing, I did mention that you can see niches that seem to have small statues in them. Well, not small by your point of view, but small like a giant's point of view.
Okay.
And there's still got some web burning, so there's a bit of smoke. You did see that one of the spiders had you saw it actually trying to tear apart webbing to go for this door. But the room's been kind of dark, and but that's where we left it. So what would you like to do?
Well, for me, if we don't seem in immediate danger and we can relatively seal the room, I would be inclined to take a short rest.
Me too.
Okay, you're real low,
real
Michelle.
Quiet, yeah.
Damn it. Hold on, let me mess with my mic.
That's better.
Yeah, it seems to be like a like loose wire almost or something.
Just eat the mic.
No, it's like a little Yeti snowball. It's on the desktop. I thought I added those spells. Did I not?
I thought snowballs
Well,
were
you don't have new spells yet.
No, I
Remember
know, but
that.
like, they showed up on my character sheet, but they're not showing up on my D&D Beyond sheet. Sorry, I'm just babbling to myself.
You have to hit the spell
Yeah, I did.
thing.
It's
Oh, you
not on
did,
that
and
list
it's
for
still
some
not
reason.
showing up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
Because sometimes I forget to do that, and I'm like, "Where the hell are my spells?"
Hey, how's this for voice?
Oh, that's
Much better.
Yeah.
Okay, I fudged around with my settings. Should be good now.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds
cool.
great.
You sound better than you have in weeks.
Yay!
Just because it sucks having to share a mic.
Yeah.
It really does. No offense, Greg.
No, take it. It's hard to share one mic.
Yeah. But Gus will kind of sit down, and you can tell that she's kind of breathing heavy and she's trying to put on a good face, but she just feels very, very tired and says, "If we can secure this room, I need sleep."
Tobias is not in a form that can speak, so he just kind of rears back on his haunches, and of course he looks kind of like the Van Helsing werewolves. So he just kind of sits back and gives a very furry thumbs up.
Can I mention something real quick while we're on the subject of Tobias?
Yeah,
Miriam is like freaking out.
yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Because she hasn't been with you all this time, so she hasn't seen the little signs. I mean, she is very wary of you, and she's still got her axe out, and she's looking at you.
I just kind of do the most demure dog head I can do, ears back, head down, don't quite make eye contact, and do the I am unarmed kind of palms toward her. And
What the hell is this?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got you. We'll take care of you. Have you not seen that we're capable of defeating great baddies? Got you. We don't worry about this little furry dog over here. He's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
No. Where's Tobias?
Okay.
Well, he's inside.
he points to his chest with one of his free hand pause, like right here.
Are you a werewolf?
Fervent nod.
You better not be biting me.
Fervent head shake.
Okay, now, my dear, let me clarify something for you. What is normal for us and what's normal for you could be a little different. For example, it would have been well within our rights to completely freak out about crazy dragon ghost going through the streets, but we took it in stride. I'd recommend that, you realize that he's just going to help. You gave us this task, we're going to carry it out. Simple as that.
As you say the dragon ghost thing, he does the finger on nose point at you charades, correct?
They don't like werewolves and vampires in the city. If they find out, how long till he changes back?
Well, I'm of the opinion that they needn't find out unless we need to be on our way.
I won't be saying anything.
When she asks how long, he puts up 3 fingers and then the little
3 Ds.
Yeah, he puts his hands next to his head like he's sleeping. 3 sleeps, 3 nights.
Yeah. Look,
I just put my arm around her and I comfort her and say, "Don't worry about it. It's okay. Come on over here."
She'll kind of shrug you off a little bit and give you a look, but she will sheath her weapon.
Look, it's real simple. I've already got a plan for it. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sleeping near him.
No, you needn't. But look, all we'll do is we'll caution people against coming over here because there's still big, nasty spiders. And with there being plenty of webbing, that's not really too far out of the realm of possibility, is it?
There could be more spiders. And with that, everybody make a... Oh, God, I guess it would be perception.
Yikes.
Does this grant me advantage, Sarah? Hearing or smell?
No.
No? Okay. Then 6.
Okay. This is a looky.
15.
Let's see. 15.
Dan?
Sorry, I typed it wrong. 19.
Nice.
All right. Well, I guess Tobias is the only one who misses it.
I have a reason why. How big is that crystal
that
the silver drider had in its chest?
Boy, it looks like a good 10-pounder.
Oh, so like...
Maybe, it's huge.
So like smaller than a basketball, but bigger than a softball kind of thing?
No, actually, yeah, maybe as big as a basketball. Maybe a little bigger, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, the reason he's not paying attention is because he's prying that away from it, and like if he manages to get it, we'll bring it over to Miriam and just set it in front of her.
Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of you will notice that there's some other sacks in the corners of the wall.
Does it look like they're moving?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Unless anyone has
insight
strong...
for those who made it. No, go ahead, Eric.
Unless anyone has some really strong objections, I say we just start destroying these things one at a time.
I agree.
Well, wait a minute. What's to say they need to be destroyed?
Insight.
All right, I'll do it. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah. So I need somebody to make this
4.
insight check.
18.
All right. You remember that the other one had never moved until it got damaged. It was only when the cocoon got damaged that the thing started to move.
We can just leave them alone and they won't bother anybody. They can't get out. Whatever's in them can't get out. Nothing can get in. It's not going to hurt us. We're not going to hurt them. Let's just leave it alone. I'd like to take an action to do a little health recovery, and I don't think we need to be attacking no funny bundles.
So, Tordain, my friend, I must say I'm a little confused. Not 5 minutes ago, you were so overcome with bloodlust that you forewent all tactical mindedness, and now you're saying you'd rather take the chance with the wiggling globs in the room with which we decide to rest?
Well, they're not wiggling yet. Now are they?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about spy. For all I know, they're going to hatch on the 3rd hour of the 4th day.
Yeah, you get as you start saying that, like, big wolf head is nodding along, like big eyes kind of scared. And once you finish talking, you hear from Tobias just to get your attention, and he's just really badly chicken scratched in the dust in the floor with his claws. Other room? ?
You mean the hallway? I'd be fine with it.
No, there was a door. There was a door.
Yeah, is there other room? ? There we go. He corrects himself.
But yeah, we could go there, I suppose. But I guess what I'm saying is that regardless of if these are a problem at present or not, they would certainly be a problem down the road. I wouldn't want to move on with these things behind us with the possibility of them, well, emerging.
Well, I mean, just to reiterate, we know that the previous one did not, in fact, activate until it was attacked.
Yes, a sample size of 1 is plenty. I agree, except I absolutely do not.
Tobias is going to start. Was he able to get the gem out and bring it over toward Miriam? Or no?
Make a...
I'm surprised you were touching that thing with all the silver.
A survival check. Yeah, that's a good point with all that silver.
Sure. As long as it doesn't pierce my skin.
Her forearms are still sharp.
Oh, I'm sure. Survival check of 17.
Okay. You have left minimal flesh. Well, it wasn't quite flesh, but you wouldn't even know what to call it.
Sure.
But whatever. You're able to get it out without much of its body sticking to the crystal.
Okay, cool. And I'll just kind of plunk it down, and as the discussion about, should we stay here with these things is going on, I'll walk up to the nearest one and without touching it, just get real close and give it a very thorough sniff.
All right. Tell you what. Well, no, please resolve what you're doing, and I'll
go ahead.
chime in after.
Go ahead and make a...
What do you want? Perception with advantage?
Or insight, actually.
Okay.
Well...
Probably no advantage, though.
Give your scent a plus on this. I don't know what the plus is for that.
It's normally just advantage on perception checks.
Okay, well, I'll give you advantage on insight.
Oh, okay, cool. So that's a total of 16.
All right.
I'm basically checking. Go ahead.
It smells like ogre. Well, one does. The other one smells like spider.
Okay.
So, I have an idea, and I'll grant you this one, Tordain. How about you give me enough time to cast a ritual to detect poison in poisonous creatures? If they're spiders, we kill them because they could hatch at any moment. If they're not, we can presume that they would otherwise need assistance and leave them be.
Well, I don't mind, and that sounds like a wonderful idea, but I have another proposition. I like the idea of another room, and how about as we make our exit and our retreat from this room to the next room, we just light them both on fire and close all the doors and let them play with each other.
I'm not really inclined to generate that much smoke in this enclosed of a space. We don't know where it'll vent.
Gus is gonna get up and go over to Tordain and pat him on the shoulder, just be like, is it, are you really hurting that much that the mighty Tordain wants to not fight? And cast lay on hands and give you 10 HP.
Wow.
You hear a quiet, like, jealous whine.
Oh shit, my bad.
He's standing over there with 18 hit points as well. Yeah, he's kind of hurting.
He will
as well.
absorb those 10 HP, and you'll be like, oh, too much.
Don't forget you have a couple scrolls.
I was going to use a second wind, which is a bonus action I have.
All right.
If I'm allowed.
Yeah,
it says it's a bonus action, and I'm like, well, we're not really doing...
You're not really in combat.
Actions.
So.
But I can only do it once per short rest, and so I'm like, well, if we're going to do something of that nature, I want to get it in now.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yay! 13.
Oh. I can do that too for Miriam, actually.
Gus kind of looks around the room. Who else requires a little bit of healing? She kind of holds up her arm that had the prayer beads on it. I can do a little without resorting to having to sleep.
Tobias has 2 big gashes on his chest from where the silver drider slashed him. He slowly raises a paw.
Point of order. How long would it take him to recover naturally? Can you give me 1, 2, some flashes? How long?
What?
I'm telling him to give me charades. Tell me how long it'll take for him to recover naturally.
I'm trying to figure out how I would sign this. He just does. He puts up one finger and then does the sleep motion again. And then he does like, and then he does little sleep, like fingers real close, his finger and thumb real close together, and then the sleep motion. So short rest would probably be okay.
I see. All right. Oh, well, that was really all I was curious about. You're the one that can do it. Do as you will. I just.
Are we taking a short rest now? Is that what this is considered before we move anywhere, or?
Nobody's definitively said you're taking a short rest. So
no, just wanted to
right now
get these actions in before the short rest.
No,
right.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, I'll kind of sidle over next to Gus.
All right. Before we short rest, I would like to take some time to cast Detect Poison and Disease. It'll be a ritual if we can do that. If we want to take that time.
How long does it take you?
10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. No, go for it. Yeah. That's, yeah.
Gus's eyes aren't leaving those sacks, so she's keeping watch for everybody.
Yep. So, for the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You can also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So I imagine spider sacks would not block. But that's up to you, of course.
No. I was trying to think what would paper be. No. Okay.
Paper is a form of wood.
Well, that's true, but I don't. It's definitely not feet worth.
No.
So, in one of the sacks, you will detect poison, and it's of the paralytic kind.
Yep. I would just confirm that because that's what we suspected based off of the sniffing, but that pretty well confirms it.
And the other one radiates disease.
Oh. All right.
And it's nothing like vampirism or lycanthropy or anything like that. It's a common disease, like the guy's got smallpox or something.
And there weren't any ones that were hidden maybe along the ceiling or
No.
out of sight? Because, 30 feet's pretty big.
Yeah. It's actually a 40-foot ceiling, but no. You don't,
No.
You don't detect anything up there. And actually, it's out of your range. So.
Well, if it's a 40-foot ceiling, I would see if I could,
There's...
I would see if I could find a way to essentially scan the ceiling.
Okay, well, there is... You can see the remnants of an old pedestal.
Mm.
It's kind of web-covered and everything. For that matter, you could climb up the webs.
Tobias kneels down in front of you, and with one of his hands, he pats his shoulder really hard, and then with both of them, he reaches up and grabs his antlers, like, stand on me, use my antlers as handhold.
Oh, that's great, because I am awful at climbing things.
Not much in athletics, huh?
Right.
No, if you remember, before you told me to re-roll it, I had a 9 strength.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and climb on.
And then I will stand up to my full 7 feet tall and give you that extra 7 feet of height to move your caster.
Okay. Yeah, you don't. You can go around the room.
Yep.
You don't sense anything else. It's just these two.
All right.
And actually, the one that smells like disease and ogre, that one is closer to the ground than the other one that smells spidery and poisony.
Oh, I'm satisfied. I appreciate you all humoring me for taking the time. And I appreciate the lift there, Tobias.
He'll kneel back down.
All right. So yes, I propose we rest outside in the hallway then.
Nod.
We'll take watch. One of us for each shift.
Tobias offers.
Good plan.
But then, nudges you. Gus. Healing? Points at the
yes. Yes.
You can do a short rest.
Oh, we're going to do a short rest. Okay, that'll work.
Well,
Yeah,
somebody
that was the
just
plan.
said you were going to go out into the hallway and do a short
That's
rest.
fair. Yeah, that's fair. All right, let me roll some hit points then.
Were we gonna try for the other room, or did we just
Sure.
want to go back to the hall?
I say
I
we
recommend
short
going
rest
to
in
the
the
hall.
hallway. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we don't
the-
know what's beyond that door.
Exactly. There could be 15 spiders on the other side of that door. They would be hosed. Because detect poison does not go through 1 foot of stone.
One. Wow, that is the worst rolls ever. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 6, so 10. All right, maybe my bard hit die will be enough to bring that up. We'll see.
No, that's true. I can do hit die as
Just
well.
enough. Okay. Whew. Okay, back up to full. Tobias takes an hour to sit there and lick his wounds, and they gradually close. It's gross, but it works.
Quick friendly reminder about hit dice. They're great to spend on a short rest, but you only get half of them back on a long rest. So just keep that in mind.
Indeed. Thank you.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'd forgotten about that.
Half round down or round up? Do you know?
I don't remember.
I'll say up.
All right.
All right, up it is.
Okay. Miriam still has a few wounds, but she's basically okay.
And also, don't forget to add your con.
Oh, I did.
Something you'll note about Tobias's fur color is when he was in the midst of fighting, he was almost primarily like silvery gray. But now that it's calmed down and it's safe, especially at the end of the short rest, he looks kind of like Luna does, just without the tan. Just kind of this off-white.
Oh, okay.
He has mood fur.
Mood for. Love it. Okay, so your short rest is done. What are you going to do?
Well, I propose that, given that we're well rested and recovered, I'm still not all that keen on going beyond this room with these stacks around and behind us.
Tobias nods in agreement. And he just slowly starts stalking toward, I guess the nearest little spider pod.
Mm-hmm. It's not little.
Cocoon. Well, okay, so
it's about your size.
Sure.
I mean, all 7 feet.
Certainly. So yeah, I'll just slowly start crawling toward that, and like every now and then cast a glance over my shoulder and look at everybody else, like y'all coming? We doing this?
Yeah. So I am willing to take it to a vote if anyone is opposed, but
he pauses mid-stride.
I still don't like.
Hey, what are we doing?
I don't like the idea of bothering them.
Okay, well, let me put it to you a different way. Would you prefer that they stay here such that they might hatch at a later date, whether we're hemmed in, or if they just come visit the town when we are not here? Anyway, I've made my case.
Whatever you want. We need to get this gem back.
I agree, but and normally I'm one where, I don't attack unless attacked. However, in this case, you seem to be having some problems with these spiders. And being is that you live in an area where it's not easy to live. I feel like it would benefit your town and your people that live in there if we just took care of this problem for you.
Well, it does sound right.
I mean, you can be more than happy for you to carry the stone, the diamond, or.
Could you put it in my backpack?
Well, of course, as long as nobody else has any objections. She kind of looks to the groups.
Oh, of course not. I have a bit of a academic curiosity about it, but I wouldn't pretend to do that without permission of the town and, well, the queen.
Of course. And Gus kind of waddles over and has the big stone, grabs it and puts it in her backpack, or gets ready to put it in her backpack.
Okay. You gone?
That way, safekeeping. If things do go awry, you know what you need to do. You need to run, and yes.
Though it goes against me, if you understand.
I can certainly understand, but we did come here for a purpose and a mission, and by all accounts, for that mission, we completed it.
Yeah.
We just need you to carry it back should anything happen.
All right. We'll stay back then.
Yeah, you stay back, and Gus kind of readies herself and looks to Tobias and Thaben and is just like, all right, Tordain, are you ready as well?
Wait, what? What are we doing? I was about to lay down and take a nap.
No, you already took a short rest.
You laid down and you took a nap. Short rest is over.
Oh, I see. Reset maximum HP changes during this rest.
And now we're gonna choppy the sacks.
Which one first?
Gus is staying back. She doesn't know which one to do because she doesn't have the detect magic or the sniffer to tell which one is which.
Miriam is going to step out into the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will relay which one is presumably the spider with the poison and the ogre with the disease. And I would presume that the ogre may or may not be an ally of the spider, but the spider would see an ally in the ogre, maybe some measure of control.
Yes.
So I think the ogre first would be the better gambit.
As soon as
Right.
the confirmation of the target is done, Tobias nods and just leaps on it.
He barks at it?
No, it's just a growl as he rah.
Oh, okay.
Um,
We need those Luna sound effects.
Tobias, careful, my friend. I understand you already have something, but you probably don't want to catch anything else. They seem dreadful.
You want me to make attacks or what, Sarah?
If you want to, yeah.
Alright. Claw. And I'm going to assume that a 24 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
A webbing is normally an AC of 12.
Nice. Okay, cool. So, that's what I didn't write down. I'm pretty sure the claw is only a D6, but Monster Manual, I'm here. Lycanthropy.
Just keep going, dude, because, man, like, the webbings are around 20 hit points.
Oh, okay. Just keep going.
Just
so
keep going.
that-
If anybody wants to help him.
Well, I was gonna, but I don't want to stab him.
well,
Hey,
I
this thing is big enough that 3 people can
All right. Well,
be
of course,
engaged to it.
I go up and start stabbing.
Okay.
I'm a good ways away.
Stabby McStabs a lot.
I'm going to ready the ability to, whenever I see ogre, I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast at ogre.
If I can get up there, I will do
Okay.
2 attacks as well.
Okay, we'll just stop it right there. You guys will all attack it. You'll all hit. You'll get through the webbing. It does not start moving once the webbing's attacked.
Okay.
You will open it up and find a desiccated ogre corpse.
Oh.
Ooh.
There is no life to it. As a matter of fact, you open it up and it just shrivels down into dust. Poof, it's gone.
All right.
Well, that was a lot for nothing.
Yeah. Something tells me the spider will be a little more lively.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right,
He
so
might,
y'all
he
go
might be
over.
wrong. He might be
Yeah.
wrong. You don't need to give him that credit.
You all go over and you do the same thing. You attack at it.
Yep.
All right. It was an egg sac.
Ugh.
They're all dead.
Yes.
Desiccated little corpses just fall out of this thing, and when they hit the ground, they just go poof and die.
Hungry.
Let's see. All right, just all of you make an insight check.
Okay. $19.
Nice.
16.
Okay.
9.
No.
11.
No.
Oh, wait, did you want me to do it again? Is that what you said?
No. I just said you missed. Actually, okay. Tobias? You're the only one who got this. Great
Did
thing
somebody
you
have
can
higher than
speak.
16? No?
Oh, I had
Oh,
a 19.
no. I'm sorry, 19.
Yeah.
I had the wrong half of the couple here.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. Yes, Ghostafina.
Mm-hmm.
You realize it just comes to that the gem is no longer lit. And it's hidden. And perhaps it was the gem that was keeping all these bodies alive all this time.
Oh. I kind of look around and relay that to the rest of the group. Just a theory, but perhaps it was the gem that brought these things to life. And should we move the gem out of this place. Anything that was undead will just stay dead.
And I want you to make me another one, Gus. Another
Okay.
insight.
Ooh, that is only a 6.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, never mind then.
That is a fascinating power, if that's actually what happened.
Indeed.
Very peculiar.
So this begs the question, do we want to try what's behind the door, or do we want to just lead the gem back to its rightful owners?
Oh no, we've come this far. I must see what's behind that door. Well, I'm not going first, mind, but we should all go and see what's behind that door.
And I will not ever say no to that.
Okay. Okay. You'll have to cut away a lot of webbing.
And that's why you and I get along, Tordain. Well, most of the time.
Tobias will go down on all fours. It's very strange looking because he's still in his hybrid form, but he's definitely doing the winding back and forth across the room toward the other door, sniffing. Just
Okay. You can't really tell. It's a large stone door. And once you move the webbing away, you can see that it's carved. But the door is stuck. Guys, hello?
In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take.
Yeah, I was thinking, I mean, I could try and muscle it open, this shell isn't just good for hiding.
Aye, I'm right there with you.
Jordan, on the count of 3, do you want to charge it?
Mm-hmm. Put some oomph behind it.
Yeah. Would that be a strength check, Sarah, I guess, to kind of
Yes, it would.
barrel through the door?
Yep.
Is this a good idea? Maybe it's not a good idea, but I still want to do it. So
Okay. Okay.
I want to do it.
Strength check for both of you.
Okie dokie.
Natural 20.
Nice.
25 is the answer.
18.
Shite. Okay. All right. You realize that the door is blocked by sand on the other side.
Oh.
So you can muscle it open, but it's like you're shoveling sand at the same time with the door, Do you understand what I mean?
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
You're pushing the door open, it's just shoving the sand out of the way, but that's why you're having a hard time getting it open.
And I would guess once we start to get it cracked, then the sand would start flowing in.
Yes.
Well,
Do we see daylight?
Hold on. No, it's still dark outside.
Starlight, sorry. Jeez.
No, there's a storm raging.
Oh, God.
Well, you know why they keep up the storms.
Can I smell the fresh air?
Yes.
The
that you
stormy
can.
air.
Yes, you can.
All right.
can I use my divine sense to see if I can feel any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet?
Sure. Is that just an automatic thing?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
an action.
Okay. You detect nothing. As a matter of fact, this cathedral has been desecrated.
Aha, okay. That's right. I knew that. My bad.
No, you didn't know that. That's what you missed the insight roll for in the back room.
Oh. Whoops. Okay.
But now, you look around and, because you're into actually what looks like a couple small rooms, but then there's the big open space of the cathedral with the huge statue of a there was a water god out front. This is a statue of apparently some kind of sky god.
Ah, okay.
Well, I don't particularly want to go through there, but it might be good to know what's on the other side.
I can keep pushing, but
Well, you've got it mostly open. But you guys rolled great. I mean, that 25, man.
Yeah.
Guys?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, just pondering the situation. I guess
digs idly in the sand.
Because
what do you got, fleas?
Part of me is worried that we've essentially opened this back door that has heretofore been blocked by sand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where you are, it's not a lot. The farther forward you go into the actual big cathedral area where you can see old stone pews, kind of broken and stuff, but different sizes. But the more forward you go, the more sand there is.
I suppose I would ask Miriam to tell us about this place if she knows anything of it.
Oh, yeah. I know a little.
Well, I guess the question is... Oh, go ahead.
She'll point at the big statue and say, that's Tengri. He's the god of the heavens, the sky.
Well, I guess more to the point, should we open this up or do our best to leave it more closed than open?
Well, it's not worth much right now. But who knows? They might want to try and fix it. I mean, I know they're going to come back here and reconsecrate it.
Oh, well, if that's their aim, then we might as well poke around.
Sure.
Yes, excellent idea. Lead on, someone,
All
not
right.
me.
I take the lead and start tromping through the sand.
She'll say outside there should be a statue of Drakes. He's a water god, the god of the seas, and the ships that sail them. And
yes, we did see him.
And somewhere there should be a statue of Malvron. She's the earth goddess. And you do not see a third statue. You didn't see one outside. You don't see another one in.
Do I see any place where a statue might have been that has since...
It's all sanded over.
Damn. Okay.
Well, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, if we'd like to take some more time, I could get Bob on the case. But we've already taken plenty of time as is.
Indeed. I'll follow Tordain, and she goes tromping after Tordain.
Yeah, Tobias is pretty much staying neck and neck with Tordain since he's currently in all fight mode. So.
Okay, where is Tordain going?
Oh, just, tromping through the sand and seeing if there's another door out.
Oh, yeah, there's a big double door that Gus had seen from the outside. Big double door. I mean, there's a small entry area.
So I'm
small being a relative term.
I'm remembering when we entered the first time from the one building.
You did not enter this building.
Right, I know. Thanks. Let me finish.
Sorry.
We had triggered a lever, and there was a bunch of sand in the way that opened up a passage to get down.
Yes.
However, what we just did was come out of a giant room through a door into the cathedral. We didn't have to go down any crazy funny staircases.
No.
So if I walk out those doors, I'm just going to be back on top of the hill?
No, you're going to be on the beach. This building does have a second story, but basically it's just like a balcony, very strong balcony, but a balcony nonetheless, that runs around it with extra pews, and you think it's probably like the choir area.
I bet it has great acoustics. I'm just saying.
Oh, you wound me. This is.
Yeah, your
I would love to.
Echoes just a little bit.
Well, I feel like I already caused us enough trouble with giving away our position the last time. But once we've determined the relative safety on this place, you're in for it, miss. You asked for it. Just remember.
Good. I look forward to it.
Yes.
And don't worry, Tobias. What's your of an entertaining size again?
Yeah.
You can play too.
So, don't take this the wrong way. Can you howl in tune, or will you just be hopping from one foot to the other?
You have to answer that one.
He just kind of gives you the little like the wiggly hand, like kinda.
I'd say you could have just said no, but you really couldn't have. My mistake.
Do I see any writing anywhere?
Yes. Once again, like the hallway that you came down to get to here, you will see portraits on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that some of the windows still have a little bits of stained glass in the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of it, but a little bit. But yeah, and actually here you will see some gods you do recognize. Not a lot, but, there are a few. And I believe your god is amongst them.
Yay!
Goddess?
Goddess.
Looking, I don't remember.
Salune, goddess of the moon.
Salune, yes, goddess of the moon. All right. Okay. Yes, you will see her represented.
I'll kind of look around and take my eyes on all of the gods and goddesses, but as soon as I see Salune, I just kind of bow my head and say a small prayer.
It doesn't feel right in here.
Oh no.
Well, I said the place was desecrated.
Yeah. That's true. I don't think that's something I can do, though.
Do you have the ceremony spell?
I do.
I have sanctuary, but looks like the bard would be who we need.
I thought clerics had it. Oh, I thought paladins had it.
Well, I got every ritual that I could get. Every ritual.
Right, but I'm pretty sure ceremony is the spell you're looking for.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Hey, Sarah, could I get you in a side channel real quick?
I don't even see ceremony in here. Jeez. Am I thinking Pathfinder?
No. It's in
No, hold on.
Xanathars, but can I get you over in a side channel right quick?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my mouse to move to whispers. Okay, going. Oh. Yeah!
By the way, I don't know if everybody can do it, Greg, but at least you can as the owner of the channel.
What's that?
You can move people
Oh, I didn't know
to
that.
channels and move them back and drag them back and forth.
Nice. That's
So,
good
like,
to know.
if they're having trouble, you can just click and drag her down there, or
Cool.
Eric, or whatever. Be like, oh, I need to talk to you, and you move the person to the
Okay.
channel you go to, kind of a thing.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a thing. I'm not sure if everybody has that ability,
I don't know.
but we'll see.
I just tried to move Greg to whispers and I can't, so I think it's
Okay.
definitely the owner of the channel. Sorry for, if that would have worked, that would have been meh, but
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah, I can't move anybody. So yeah, it has to be Greg doing the moving, I think.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Well, and I'm sure that you know how you can give people rights, right?
Yeah.
You can make different people, like you're considered the server owner.
Yeah.
And you can give different tiers of rights to people.
Yeah.
Depending on what tier of right you give to people, will allow them to do things like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm back.
Yeah. Thanks for being patient with us with that quick intermission, guys.
No worries.
Yeah.
No worries.
You didn't talk about us, did you?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
nothing
we
but.
did.
Oh, jeez. Speaking of the ceremony spell, the material component is silver dust, and you can probably get that by scraping the drider.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I am woefully without components, but the thought does occur to me that we might be able to scrape some together. So yeah, I would set to work scraping at the drider, and
I
I
would
say,
definitely help.
Okay.
Tobias, old boy, you might want to stand back.
Well, he
Yeah.
I don't know what effect this would have on you. So yeah, just hang back.
He starts sneezing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The metal actually appears to be a shell. The body inside, long gone.
Oh, weird.
It's like at some point she encased her silver, or it happened somehow, and she died, but she was still powered by this gem.
I've heard of fungus encapsulating spiders and cause them to be half alive, half dead, like legit in this world. So like, I can see that.
Sure. Yeah. That gem just gets stranger and stranger.
Yeah,
no offense, of course, Miriam.
No, but thanks a lot for mentioning that, because it's on my back.
Hey, it's your sacred gem. I'm just saying.
It's not my sacred gem. It's their sacred gem.
It is the sacred gem of the town.
Of my people,
Yes.
That it is. But I certainly wasn't here when it was lost, or when it was put here to begin with.
Does beg the question, would it be too much of an offense for us to just identify the gem, just so that we know what we're carrying and can be more cautious around what we carry it with?
Tobias again does the fervent nod and points at Gus and taps his nose.
Yes, I'm with you, Gus. Absolutely. I didn't want to presume, but you do make a fair point.
Okay, so you're gonna identify? Who's gonna identify?
Well, I don't have the spell. I was just putting it out there.
Okay,
As long
so
as
we know who's gonna do the ritual for it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we want to take more time, right now we're at an hour and 10 minutes for the ceremony, and another 10 minutes for the identify. If that's what we want to do.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't. Can you cast in wolf form there or no?
I cannot. No.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, I'll handle it.
Okay. You don't have that one, Gus?
No, I don't have very many spells. All I have is protection from good and evil, sanctuary, lesser restoration, and zone of truth.
Oh, so you don't really get the pick of the list, the cleric list then, huh?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Didn't know, because it's first level. But you could cast it from his book, I would think.
And
or no, because
that's a hard pass.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. That makes it easy. Thank you.
Yep. No one's touching the book.
Okay. Well, no, I didn't even know if she'd be able to read your book because you cast arcane and
it's arcane versus divine, but he's also pretty particular because Tobias made a similar overture of sharing, and they even went from very open to very closed.
Okay.
Yep, I do remember that. Tobias was going to be like, just kind of knowingly nodding behind everybody, like, yep.
Okay. Then it's just you. Let me get the dang spell out again. Just check the area on it. Because I have a feeling. Let's see. No. I guess it would be dedication. No. Well, I'm going to add it in here because I think it would make sense. It doesn't have it. Just as like marriage and coming of age and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know if there's another spell that better fits the bill, but I could definitely see it here.
Yeah. I would say that you would probably need more people due to the area of this. It seems like normally it's done on a person. So it's like you would need a coven kind of thing.
All right. Well, yeah. That being said, I'll definitely scrape off more of that silver to provide for it, for them to do at a later point.
Okay.
Because it only seems fitting that the spider that was a part of the desecration be a part of the consecration.
Makes sense.
But so how'd the identify go,
though? Is that in players?
Yeah, identifies straight up. Hold on, let me get it for you.
That's okay. I got my book here.
Okay.
And you have the pearl?
Yeah, I got the pearl actually from Tobias.
What about the owl feather?
The owl feather? I didn't.
If he has a bag of material components.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the material, like, provided it's not consumed or have a cost, the focus should.
Wow, those are pretty much everything. Okay. When you touch it, you know that yes, it requires attunement. That this is now a twisted gem of protection.
Oh, whoa.
That this will probably need to be consecrated as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you don't want to try to attune it.
Oh, no.
No.
It's no charges. It just seems like once it's going, it goes.
All right.
Interesting.
And you can already guess that it adds to your AC
Mm.
in a certain radius. You did see the ruins of what was probably its housing here in the temple.
Oh.
When I said you had seen a pillar back in the other room that you could have climbed up on, that was where the housing was. If you look beneath the webs, you will find what looks to be an ancient rusted piece of metal.
I see. All right. Well, I don't know about you all, but I'm relatively satisfied.
Indeed, we need more people if we want to truly fix this place of prayer.
Yes, and frankly, they'd probably be more inclined to do it. I don't know how they'd feel about someone of my type consecrating consecrate the whole place. Yeah, pretty much. Like I don't know how strictly dwarves adhere to their and dwarves and giants adhere to their dogma. It seems like I could be stepping on toes now that I think about it.
For these guys, yeah, probably.
Yeah. So in this case, I think I will stand on ceremony.
Okay, rummaging around. Someone roll me a d12.
A d12?
Yeah. I'll be going down the line. We'll just start. Let's start with Michelle.
Oh, okay. Just a straight D12?
Just a straight D12.
Okay. Oh, a 2.
A 2. Okay.
You did.
So far in one place, you found 101 silver.
Hey. Yeah.
Jordan?
3.
3. 6 gold, 50 silver, and 10 copper. Isn't this nice that you're actually finding money when these people don't use money?
6 gold, 50 silver, 10 copper?
Yes.
Okay.
Gregory.
9.
Wow. Okay. You'll find actually 6 platinum pieces.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Whoa.
And a hastily scrawled music sheet with lyrics.
No freaking way.
Yeah. It's actually it's a bard cantrip spell scroll.
Nice.
Awesome.
Huh. Nifty neato.
Which cantrip is it?
I don't know. I'll look in a moment.
Okay.
Let me finish up. Eric?
Okay, y'all get ready to be jealous.
How many
I
platinum
rolled a
pieces was
big
that? Sorry.
1.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Womp womp.
16 gold.
Well, I'll take it. 16 gold.
I'm a bit jealous.
That was 6 platinum.
6 platinum. Okay, thank you. Whew.
So, who knows where the coinage came from, but certainly you know that they don't use it.
It was somebody's tithe.
Yeah. To that end, does the coinage have similar markings?
No. You can see some from, places you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, no, this is definitely coinage from your two-mooned realm. Because you will see that there are 3 moons out when you can see the moons.
This is amazing.
Yeah. I still subscribe to my storm giant moon theory.
places. So, what do you want to do now? Should we be heading back? Miriam will ask.
I'm gonna hand.
She'll cough from sea spray and sand.
I'll hand Thaven my Bard cantrip and my 6 platinum for safekeeping, seeing as all of my gear melded with me.
Oh, true, no pockets.
Yeah.
All right. So 6 plat and the Bard cantrip scroll.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
I don't even know how many there are.
Well, I only know
1,
2.
2,
So.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, I'm just going to use the basic ones.
Sure.
Roll me a d12.
Fingers crossed it's not one of the 2 that I know. Oh, get back in the tray. 3.
1, 2. Friends.
Hey, okay, I'll take it. I didn't know that one. Friends.
Interesting. Yeah, I look at it and I go, oh yeah, I already know this one.
Oh, nice.
Hashtag humble brag.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, I haven't quite heard this ditty for it, but yeah, it's Friends.
Nice.
Yeah,
It
you
goes
can
a bit
copy.
like this.
You can kind of copy down the music if you want to. You know.
Hell, that was awesome.
I didn't
Thank you for that.
You are welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even have to hear it. I just thought for a second, I was like, wait, I know what it was.
Yeah. But no, now that you think about it, I will kind of, right, you know.
Please tell me the first lyrics are so no one told you it was going to be this way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just hear him play it on the flute for a second. Oh, that's catchy.
Gus out of nowhere, not knowing why, just claps.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like,
And Tobias joins you because that's all he can really do.
Oh, Tobias,
Love
I had a
that
great
song.
idea. Her shell.
Yes.
Tordain is just burying his head in the sand.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, I'm
yes.
so happy.
Uh,
Fine work.
Okay, sorry. That might be
that's
the
okay.
first time I've ever heard a Friends joke in D&D.
Really? So
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. It took me a second to catch on, actually. It's been so long.
yeah.
The tableau of all of us
that-
playing in
that
the
was
fountain.
Beautiful.
So there's a
Beautiful.
picture on the walls, of like some sprites playing in a fountain.
There you go.
There you
Nice.
go. All right, enough of this silliness. Let's head back.
Yes.
But we should kind of take our time until the changes.
Tobias will kind of sit down and he'll take a few seconds because it's going to take a little bit, and he'll scrawl with a claw in the sand. I'll change back when it's daylight, when the moon sets, or rather, instead of daylight, I'll change back when the moon sets, so we can head back in the morning if we want to camp for the night.
Okay. Well, you do have to take long rest on the way back.
Okay,
Mhm.
we'd have
Okay.
to take one anyway, so yeah, that's
Yeah,
Why?
it's
because the
far
hallway's that long.
enough. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We did. We took a long rest on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
I forgot
that
about that.
walk, and Sarah was like, "It keeps going and,
And
going." Yeah.
Yes.
Which
But at
is
least
why
this
we're
one-
on the beach.
At least this hallway though had pictures to keep you entertained on the
Yes.
and writings, of scripture and stuff like that on the walls. All hail Thor, mighty thunder god.
One thing I want to do before we start heading back and we take the long rest on the way back is I want to close the door that had the traps in front of it, the one that led into the room with all the spiders.
Okay, somebody. I'm not going to make you roll. Somebody will think to look on the walls for a mechanism, which you will find that will lock the floor in place.
Oh, great.
Like from on the inside of the double door.
Yeah.
Okay, I imagine that'd be kind of obvious from that side. It's like, oh yeah, the trap.
Yeah.
Let's close the traps before we leave. Kind of lever.
Yeah.
But one will not move quite all the way because it's got an iron
Because there's an
door.
iron
and
door.
it's-
Because there's a brand new permanent iron door in the way.
Yeah. No, that's great. I love that solution. And,
No, it
I
was
missed that
inspired.
patch, but I like that solution too.
And before we start making our sojourn back, I would ask for the indulgence to take a little bit of time to cast alarm on the door so that we will know if something comes through it
For
in
sure.
the 8 hours.
Don't you have to be in a certain radius of that?
No,
Oh,
Give me
yeah,
one second.
how far does alarm reach? I actually don't remember.
Yeah,
I thought it reached pretty far, but no, it's a fair question. Fair question. Give me a moment.
because you're going miles.
Yeah, I couldn't
Oh,
remember if
okay.
that was like a, if that's been breached, or if that's like a it'll wake you up kind of spell because it's.
Yeah. No, that's fair. To the door window.
I didn't add that spell.
Okay, yeah, it's only for 1 mile, but it would at least give us coverage for that first mile.
Okay. Nothing will go off,
All right.
but that was a good idea. No, there's nothing more living down here.
I have a mechanical question. Eric,
Yes, sir.
Eric might note this
Oh,
one.
okay.
But
what's up?
it's ultimately up to you, Sarah, because you're the DM. But
Mhm.
typically, when you find a cantrip spell, do you get to add that to your repertoire like you would?
Not no, but unfortunately, hell no.
Darn, that makes sense. But I was like,
well-
I tried to click learn on D&D Beyond, and it won't work. Why is this not working? Oh wait, it's
Yeah.
a cantrip, and those are specific.
Yeah, those are specifically limited. Like, I think even at level, I think it's the last one you get is at 16, and you'll have 5 or something.
Right.
Like, cantrips are supremely limited.
That makes sense because you can literally do them at will, and some of them do
Exactly.
damage, so that makes sense.
So, I mean, a cantrip scroll is nice, but it's straight up going to be a one-shot,
Yeah,
but they're also really cheap to make.
very very true. Okay, but hey, at the very least, that's a. Oh, so you can cast it from the scroll. Okay.
Absolutely,
Oh,
you
I didn't
yeah.
can.
think about that. I was thinking
have
of
to-
it
That
as
was the
So-
whole idea.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a one-shot cast from the scroll, but
Huh.
I mean,
Interesting.
it is useful for certain cantrip.
Certainly, especially with something like this, it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, if I'm putting on a performance for friends specifically, yeah. But yeah, I had that thought of like, I tried to add that to my repertoire and then it didn't work, and I went, wait, I should probably clarify this. So, okay, sorry for the quick sidetrack there.
Nope. It's okay. It's okay. So you'll head back, and Miriam and Tordain will help you time it so that you'll be getting back in early in the morning.
Okay, good.
The sun is coming up, even though you can't see it. And you'll come back to
When I
your
do change
entrance.
and
Yes.
can speak to Miriam, there is something I'd like to say to her if I can.
Right?
So back in my tiefling form and kind of breathing heavy on all fours on the sands because the change, even if I have full control of my faculties, it still hurts.
Well, you won't be on the sand. You'll be back in the hallway.
Oh, we're back. We're in
remember?
the hallway. Okay. So it's kind of on all
Yeah.
fours and panting, not like a dog, but like a human or a humanoid in exertion. And he kind of sits back and looks at Miriam, and with just earnesty on his face, he says, "I promise you, I'm not a threat to you. I understand why you're uneasy around me, but I was born this way. I have complete control over myself when I change. I just can't help that 3 nights out of the month I do what the moon says. My moon, which is the silver moon, right, Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my moon, which is the silver moon. But I promise that even when I do change, for your own peace of mind, I appreciate you keeping the secret from your townsfolk if they would be less than kind toward me. But I
They
do
might
have
put you
complete
down like a
control of
rat.
myself, and I would never bite anyone
Okay.
that could be infected.
I believe you, because if they knew, they might put you down.
No, I'd have to just run then, but fair enough.
It's just their way.
Well, I
I
understand.
must say, Tobias, you're a better man than me.
How do you mean?
I'm not certain I would run if given faced with such a thing. I
Oh,
don't
well,
take the hostility.
to be perfectly honest, it would be for survival's sake. I couldn't stand against this whole island full of Forstarians. Now, when it came to, brass tacks, and if it were a one-on-one kind of fight for my own honor, you're damn right I'd stand and fight, but I know better than to try and pick a fight with a whole gaggle of giants and all manner of other creatures that innately hate me. Besides, I'm used to that. There's a reason when I couldn't see the moon, I took off to another dwelling. I wasn't 100% sure how most of you would react to it, but you're all smart, so I figured you at least had an idea by now.
It'd have been better if you'd mentioned it, but we did kind of piece it together.
Hope you can understand why I didn't.
Oh no, everybody has their secrets, my friend.
He kind of nods. Appreciate it. But I mean it. I'm in full control. It's just always how I was born. It's always how I've been. And
Right.
I'll always, fight for you, not against you. All of you.
Like I said, I'll keep your secret.
And, you're much better to have in between something nasty and me, so I'll take it.
Comes with its perks. Can't say that it doesn't.
Okay, so you get back to the entryway, and you've got that little crawl space. You can see that there's a little bell sitting there.
Okay.
How little?
It would fit a dwarf.
Bell that would fit a door.
Yeah, it's just, handbell.
Oh, a handbell. Okay.
Yeah, it's just small handbell. Dwarf size, not giant size. Miriam will go up and give it a ting. And you'll hear some rustling on the other side. Another voice. You can tell it's Arnold. So you're back?
Yep.
But of course, my friend, of course.
We got your thing.
Well, you can either crawl through, or I can get some people to open it for you.
I'd much rather someone open it.
Hold on.
Tobias just kind of mutters, I'm kind of done being on all fours, to be honest. For at least the next 12 hours.
It'll take a few minutes, but you'll hear the stones start moving out of the way so that you can walk through.
Okay.
And Arnold will be standing there. And perception check. Everybody.
That
All
would
right.
be a 17. All in the teens today with my rolls.
14.
Okay.
9.
Okay. Jane?
I'm missing
Oh,
my...
a 3?
No. No.
Oh,
that was
that's the last one?
Inside. I'm trying to figure out what the plus is. Oh, there it is. Ha! 14.
14. Okay. Actually, Tobias, you're the only one who notices this. You'll notice as old Nen is moving away. He was watching you from a distance.
Who is? An old man?
Old Nen.
I don't remember who that is. Can you jog my memory?
He was the really old giant.
Oh, the one that looked like a
had...
captain that I'd asked about?
Yes. You'll see him moving away.
Okay. I'll watch him with interest, but he seems like the type of dude you don't want to bother. So I'm going to respect that.
Okay. And, Arnaud will immediately lead you to the royal residence. Actually, let's stop by your house. You get cleaned up first.
What a long journey.
Indeed.
Oh, you've been days.
Hmm.
Of course, it's a couple days walk, so not really surprised about that. So you'll be taken to your residence. Your staff will help you get all cleaned up. Miriam will forego that. And she'll just be sitting there with her backpack on her knees, waiting for you guys.
I'll take Miriam's share of cleaning up.
Okay. Okay. Well, Mary and Neri will be there, as well as the rest of the staff, to get you all in your warm baths and get you cleaned up.
How long has Miriam had that gem in her backpack? Probably about a day or so.
About a day or so, yeah.
Can I just
Day
do
and a
an
half.
insight check on her to see if I feel like she's acting strange or out of the ordinary?
Sure.
Ooh, good question.
Mm.
Very good question.
That's a 12.
She's just looks like she's waiting. She does look kind of a little bit paranoid. So she's got this huge freaking thing in her backpack. You know?
Sure.
She's just kind of sitting there, holding on to it, waiting on you guys.
What did we... I apologize, that's my short-term memory's a little bit shot. What did we learn from the Identify spell about it?
That it does need to be attuned.
Okay.
It used to be a gem of protection, but it's been desecrated, so now it's kind of twisted.
Gotcha.
You don't know all that it does. I mean, because it would probably have... You figure it would probably have to be in its housing for you to figure out all that it does.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Not a problem. And so you will be brought before the Queen. And she'll be looking at you with excitement.
Did you doubt our return?
What?
Did you doubt our return?
One never knows.
We are strangers to them. We could have taken it and run if we wanted to.
We put our trust in you.
I just kind of
And
motioned for Miriam to carry it forward. Like,
Yeah, she'll step forward and just flip back the top of her backpack. Because she don't want to touch it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Queen will look.
I must warn you, Your Majesty, Your Highnesses, it seems to have been tampered with? Perhaps corrupted in some fashion?
Defiled, we call it.
Hmm.
Been
desecrated.
defiled.
Aye.
Indeed.
So before putting it back into its...
Okay, she'll step back a little bit.
We
All
killed
right.
the creature that kept it.
Arnaud,
But
get the clerics. And he'll nod and duck out of the room. And you'll see the king come walking in. Oh, yawning. Like he just got up. I mean, he's like in a bathrobe kind of thing.
sure, he's royalty. Don't blame him.
What's going on? They've brought the gem back. What? Why was I not awakened? Because you always sleep.
Oh, we've only just arrived, sire.
Have you refreshed yourselves?
Oh, yes. You could have smelled us coming in if we hadn't done so.
Good, then. You will take care of the things, my dear? Yes, Mortel. I will take care of everything. The clerics are on their way now. Oh, good. I am headed back to bed. It was a long night, you know. Yes, dear. I know. And he'll walk his way out. Shut the door firmly behind him. The queen will just kind of roll her eyes. Admittedly, he was up late last night. He was one of the 3 on watch. Storm watch, that is.
Forgive us our ignorance of your customs, Stormwatch?
Yes. We have 3. Well, more than 3, but 3 who are always on duty to build the storm. I even take my turn. You know, she's a storm giant. He's a cloud giant. And the 3rd is a frost giant. We have a rotating schedule, you see.
Of course, everybody does their part, I'm sure.
A little bit. Yes.
If you control the storms, then if one would need to leave the island for any reason, you'd be able to put a stop to it?
Yes. But we daren't not at the moment. Because of the ogres. And at least we suspect there are hags riding them.
That's good information to have, at the very least.
Yes. She'll offer you food and drink from her own hands.
I'll accept.
I accept humbly.
Okay.
Same.
Which is...
Well, she's going to be bowing to each one of you. And even Miriam.
When she bows, I totally eat that shit up.
Okay.
I'm kind of on the other end of the spectrum. I'm just kind of like, you see the green tiefling blush, and he actually says, if you bow to anyone, you bow to her, and points to Miriam.
Yes, of course, we recognize our captain.
So when she bows to Tordain, he would bow as well and bump heads.
Oh.
I doubt that.
Because it's awkward.
Because she's a lot taller than you.
Okay, fine.
Sorry. But
that would be
she
so cute,
is.
though.
Okay, she will bend down low enough that you can bump heads.
Yay! I must make mention that the cathedral has the same sort of twisted nature as the gem. I believe we've cleared out what we can, and I feel like it would be best if you would take your clerics there and make right that temple.
Thank you, Lady Torda.
Yes. And we have a gift for your clerics to that end. This silver was from the creature that stole the crystal. We think it would only be fitting for the creature that desecrated it to do his part in the consecration, but do with it as you will, of course.
My blessings upon you. Thank you very much, sir. And shortly thereafter, the clerics will all come in. They'll go ooh and ah and everything. And they'll trundle out with them. They will set it right. And then the wizards will take over. and place it in its fixture. For now, please, be at ease, and we will have a ceremony, hopefully on the morrow.
Would it be would it be asking too much to be able to observe your clerics and wizards at work? I would very much like to see it from an academic perspective, of course.
Well, certainly. You may follow them if you wish.
My thanks, and I bow and take my leave.
I
Okay.
simply request private quarters for the next 2 nights.
As you wish.
He just smiles.
You only have one more night left, by the way.
One more? Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
because
used to the convention of 3 nights for a full moon, so...
No, it is 3 nights, but you spent another night in the hallway.
Oh, that's right, you're right. We did a long rest. I forgot.
Yeah, so you only got one more night to go, but if that is what you wish, that is what you shall have.
What about
And a book
this
about your moon?
dragon?
What do you mean, our
the
moon?
second one.
I don't want to step on Tordain too much there, but where we come from, we have 2 moons. Blue and silver.
Really?
This red moon is new to me. And as a magic user, I'm curious about things in the celestial sky.
Understood.
He just kind of like shifty eye look, like, yeah. That's
Perhaps you should talk to our wizards.
Hmm.
Or you may avail yourself of the library.
Fair enough.
So,
She'll be giving you a look like... Oh, go ahead, Torday. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say something about the dragon problem.
Okay, because she's kind of giving you the look like you're dismissed. And you'll see Miriam is backing away.
Oh, well. I will eye Miriam and go, leave with her.
Okay.
I'll bow and head back to my quarters.
All right. Tobias?
Library.
Okay.
Because private research is better than asking people and stirring up suspicions.
Well, there will be a librarian there.
Sure.
Because he'll know where things are stored.
Of course. That's a little different than going to the wizard and be like, so tell me about this moon.
Yeah, and you'll find out from Arnold that they're already starting to prep.
Okay.
To put the device together.
Have they examined it? I ask him, like, have you examined
The clerics. The clerics still have it.
Okay.
Which is where David went.
Okay.
Yeah.
And David, you're in for an hour-long ceremony. Or
sure.
consecration or
Ritual.
ritual. Yeah, but an hour-long ritual. And there will be 13 of them.
13 rituals?
No, 13 people doing the ritual.
Okay, that seems a lot more... All right, great.
You're in for 13 hour-long rituals. Have fun.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, I would before
But
they start.
They'll give you a robe. They'll give you a robe to wear, and they will bless you.
Yeah, I would ask if they mind if I, just hang around in the back and just take notes, so they won't even know I'm there.
Not at all. Not at all. You're more than welcome to.
Oh. All right. Yeah, I would study their ritual to see how different, if any, it is from my own, or if I can learn anything new.
They've been quietly stealing magical secrets.
100%. 100%.
Well, this is divine magic, so I don't know how much.
Worth learning about.
Yeah, he'd still take notes, and
Okay.
If it's a ritual, yeah, still taking notes.
Okay. Actually, Lady Gus, You will be invited to join in the ceremony if you wish.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to turn that down. I will definitely go to the ceremony.
All right. You will also be blessed and given a robe.
I hope it fits.
Yeah, it'll fit.
Sweet.
Well, mostly. Maybe a little short,
A
but
little short, a little tight around the back.
yeah, a little bit. I didn't really have you in mind. Sorry. But yes, they will. And when they start the ritual, you will see that, they're going to put out candles and inscribe arcane runes. Well, not arcane runes, but divine runes around the area. And first there'll be a little flicker. And then it'll start just deep within, start pulsing this sickly greenish light. And as it progresses, eventually the green color starts going away. And it starts brightening and brightening. And near the very end, you can actually see the white rose that is encased in this gem.
Ooh.
And you can almost hear a song singing out from it. A lovely air, one full of warmth and light, protection. And it almost stirs you to your souls. And when they are done, the light has dimmed, but the gem is now gleaming from within.
Nice.
And they'll all bow before it.
I'll bow as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, humble bow from me as I close my book.
You can still kind of hear a humming coming from the gem. Yes. And at this point, one of the clerics will open the doors to their chapel. And you will see a coven of wizards standing outside. And they will take the gem from the clerics.
And the book is open again.
Tomorrow, we will have the ceremony. And they will bow to you all.
I return the sentiment.
Mm-hmm. Same.
And they'll bless you again. You can keep the robes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
What a
lovely
wonderful
gesture.
memento.
I was just saying they take their ropes.
Yeah, well, no, they're going to let you have the robes. And they'll actually even offer to alter yours, Gus.
I
So
will
that it
humbly
fits you.
accept. Yes.
Okay. They will send a tailor to your residence.
You know, for a second there, I totally thought they were like putting them on the altar for you. And I'm like, why would they do this?
Oh, no.
No, no, no. No, no, no. As you walk through the city town, whatever you want to call it, you guys still have not seen the full of it. And you'll see the wizards actually going up huge set of stairs, heading upwards.
Can I just make a quick check just to make sure nobody's following them that shouldn't be following them?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, natural 20 makes it a 22.
Wow. Okay. You won't see anybody following them, but there will be people stopping and looking and staring. And the whole place seems to have like this energy about it now that you didn't really feel before. Before, everything was kind of
Dreary.
yeah, kind of dreary because they knew they were all stuck in this situation and couldn't do much about it. But now there's like an energy that's kind of running through the whole place.
Neat. Well, if the ceremony is going to be tomorrow, then I will just go ahead and take my leave as long as the gem looks like it's been delivered to where it needs to be and is safe. And I will just kick it at home.
Okay, you'll see the clerics starting to get things ready to go to the to the cathedral,
Mm-hmm.
because that's going to be a big job.
Oh, yeah.
Anything you want to do before the morning ceremony?
Not me. Anybody else, feel free.
Find anything in the library to my interest?
You'll, if you want to pick up a couple new spells, now is the time to do it.
Yeah, I will yoink those brand new spells.
Okay. They'll pretty much have everything.
Okay.
So just pick the ones you want.
I pick specifically these 3. Agonazar's Scorcher, Snillock's Snowball Swarm, and Darkness.
Huh?
Well, Darkness I get from being a tiefling. I only get to pick 2, but yeah.
Oh, well, even so.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the librarian will be very helpful. Though there is a section that's, like, restricted.
Sure. The 2 that I picked, they are wizard spells, and they're actually from... It's a
Xanathars?
No, it's
Ooh.
from... Where'd it go?
We just lost Eric.
Uh-oh. Agonizer's Scorcher is
I
from
don't even see him online.
Elemental Evil Player's Companion, which I don't have, but it was on D&D Beyond, so...
He had
Just got a message from him.
computer crash issues last week.
That might be what's going on.
Crap.
Internet dropped for him, so... Okay,
Did we
cool. So I get
continue,
my
or?
spells. It's kind of up to
I
you.
mean,
We are pretty close to
well,
5 still, so...
I know. I was trying to finish this up, but I don't know if I want to do it without Eric.
Sure. We can wait and see if he gets it back. Let me see.
Well, while we wait for him, I'm going to go get some water real quick. So BRB, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see if he wants to just hop on mobile real quick so we can finish.
No, okay, yeah, he's coming on with his mobile.
Okay, cool.
At least he's online now. He just has to join.
Yeah, they're from the Elemental Evil Player's Companion.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's something. It's page 150, so it must have been something.
Do I actually have
a while ago?
Is that on D&D Beyond?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
That's the only reason I know about it. The Scorcher's basically a 30-foot long, 5-foot wide fire line that does damage, and then the Snowball Swarm emanates from a point that does ice damage. So it's like everything immediately around me would take the ice damage is what that one does. Or immediately from the point that I choose, not necessarily around me.
Okay.
It's like an explosion of snowballs, apparently. Dan, I don't know why you shared that GIF, but I do love it.
That's a good
goats. One. Goats are great.
She was going to get water.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
No worries.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You back on the computer, or are you on your phone?
No, I was going to get on my phone, but it seemed to resolve fairly quickly, so I hopped back on my computer.
Okay. Michelle's getting water. If you haven't figured that out from the pictures.
I was wondering what the hell happened.
I'm back. Yeah, sorry. I just had to
Uh,
respond with my favorite water gif.
no,
Right.
I love it. So the last I heard, it was asking if anybody else wanted to do anything for the night, and then Greg was like, "Yay, new spells," and then I went crash.
That's pretty much it. I got my spells.
Yeah, we stopped.
Okay. I would like to. I'm a little confused. Are the wizards performing the ceremony, or
The
are they
wizards-
doing stuff tonight
well,
before the ceremony?
They're doing stuff tonight before the ceremony to kind of prepare the gem and themselves and the apparatus.
Right.
So it's going to be a lot of tinkering with stuff, getting angles right and all that. I mean, you'll see them in the main.
Yeah. I will say,
actually above the main square.
even if it results in a level of exhaustion by not getting a long night's rest, I will stay up with the wizards for the duration of their work.
Okay. You're more than welcome to.
And I will be taking thorough notes.
Okay. Yeah, you'll see them putting together apparatus. I mean, it was already put together, but now they're fine-tuning, It's like you tune your guitar.
Yeah, I'll examine the apparatus for like runes, detecting magic and all that stuff.
You'll find 13 mirror-like gems that are set at different points along the inside of the main cave. And they each have a rune on them. Basically, all protection, blessing runes, that kind of thing. And then they're going to stop and take a nap because they need to be fully rested. And, have dinner, whatever. Because it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll stop when they stop, unless they're doing it in shifts. If they do it in shifts, I'm going to keep with the action.
Okay. No, it's basically just this one coven. They'll work for like 6 hours.
Good deal.
And then it'll be like, well, it's time to get something to eat and go to bed so we're fully rested and we have all our power for the morning and all that.
Of course. Yeah, just didn't want to miss a minute of the action, so to speak.
Right.
Okay, cool. Appreciate you humoring me there.
Sure. They're fairly open with their magics. You do notice some things that seem to be tied to the red moon, though.
Oh, interesting. I'd make specific note of that for Tobias's sake.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see representations of each of the moons.
Sure.
As well as the sun. Not that they ever really see it, but
So the red moon, we can assume that the red moon is so constant that they rely upon it as a magical conduit, as a celestial body.
Yeah, it seems to be fire related.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, definitely taking all those notes to relay later.
Okay. And just FYI, the blue seems to be water related to them.
Okay.
Whereas silver is just pure magic.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Definitely glad I stayed up for this.
Okay. You'll be served a fine dinner in your quarters. And then the night will pass unless, well, Tobias won't be with you. But
right.
But the night will pass. And excuse me just a second. Sorry, just trying to clear my throat.
That's okay.
You'll be woken by the staff in the morning. They'll kind of like knock on your door to buy. and like move away because they know you want them to be alone.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. I'll come out as soon as I'm able to.
Yep. Yep. Well, you'll know the sun is up because you'll change back.
Sure, yeah.
As a point of reference, one thing I'll do before turning in is I will make an extra copy of the notes that I have made, because the notes that I'd made were in my book, whereas the notes that I will give Tobias are not in my book.
Gotcha. So you'll have a good breakfast. And eventually, Miriam will be at the door. Or if you wanted her there like later in the night, Tordane, she would have stayed with you if you wanted. Sharzadi, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. He went with her, and
Okay.
whatever happened happened.
Well,
I
yeah,
wasn't-
basically she went to her own quarters. But the bed isn't big enough for two. Because they're like military quarters,
Oh. Well, he probably would have invited her back to where he was from, same as the very first time we showed up in town.
Okay. So, yeah, she would have spent the night with you.
Indeed.
Cookie looks cute right now. She's playing with a toy. She's on her back. And she's got the toy in her front paws, and she's biting at it, and she's wrestling it around. So, I talked about her. She stopped. Oh, well. Anyway, in the morning, you'll follow the crowd out to the main square, and you'll see a lot more people than you've seen before. You'll see people up on ledges and balconies all around the area. You guys will be you'll be with the king and the queen.
Oh, I'm loving this already.
I don't know. What?
I said I'm loving this already.
You'll be taken to a kind of viewing stand.
Gus is very uncomfortable.
And the first thing, the queen will stand. We're about to return to our birthright of protection. But first, I would like to honor these. And she'll point to you. 5. And have you move forward in front of her. Will you move?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
The word queen doesn't cut it. Like,
I sheepishly waddle over.
strut's a good word.
These are our friends who made it possible. You've been introduced to them before. But I give you Sir Tobias Thatcher. I give you Sir Tordane Stonebringer. I give you Sir Maven Hotsong. And I give you Lady Gustafina, now also a knight of this realm.
Oh, yeah.
And she will, she'll have Miriam do it.
Will she not recognize Miriam as
yes,
well?
actually, she would. And your captain, Sir Miriam Stormfrost. And she will hand some things to Miriam. And Miriam will come up to each of you and pin like 100 gold worth of diamond onto your lapels.
Whew.
All, they're just like a bunch of diamonds, like they're brooches, but they're all made of diamonds and other precious minerals.
Oh, wow.
They will all be in fanciful shapes. Like, Tordane's will be 2 swords. Gus's will be a battle axe.
Nice.
A small set of pipes for Thaven. And what was your instrument? I forget, Tobias.
Broom.
Yeah, he really hasn't used much in the way of music around most people, but the main thing that's visible on him is he's got a viol, a violin.
Okay. And then you will have a small viol.
Nice.
Please recognize them. And the cavern will echo with thunderous applause.
Giving me some Star Wars vibes. This is awesome.
I was thinking the same thing.
And now, our wizards. And you all look up. Well, actually, from your viewing stand, it's kind of right across the way. Because you're actually above the main plaza. And you'll see 3 wizards carrying the gem forward. And you can't quite hear the incantations. Sorry, David, but you can't. That they're muttering.
Uh-huh.
And they will place the gem in the central axis. That's not the word I wanted. Axis. A-X-I-S. Axis. And when they do, the gem will burst into light. The song will echo throughout the cavern. And those 13 mirrored stones I was telling you about, David, they will all reflect the light. And you will see it go up, kind of like, okay, Star Wars, when the Death Ray was going to come out of the Death Star.
Oh, yeah, they kind of converge.
Yeah, they kind of converge at the top.
Okay, sure.
And you'll all feel, you'll just see this beam going up. You won't see any other manifestation of it. You can guess that it's because it's outside the mountain. But you will all feel the warmth and the whole... What the hell? Okay. Don't distract me like that.
Silly gifts.
But you'll all feel very warm and protected. And everybody in the crowd will be applauding and laughing and hugging and the guards will be cheering. Whoa!
Warm hugs.
Yes, warm hug. And this is pretty much where I'm going to end it.
Yay!
We got the crystal!
We did
You
it.
got the crystal, and you've now been knighted.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
United. All right.
Yep.
So before we all
I need
part
to
ways...
add that to my name. Hold on a minute. Sir.
Yeah, right? Sir
Oh,
Tobias,
snap. I'm totally going to do that too.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So thank you, Sarah, so much for running your game for a little while, your homebrew. It's been so much fun, and I look forward to next time I need a break to coming back to it and playing it again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sure.
Next time I don't know. You got 2 different paths. You could go for the ogres, or you could go for the spiders. So
I'd say 3, the Ghost Dragon. We want to know.
Oh,
about the
and
Ghost
3
Dragon.
Ghost
Yeah,
Dragon.
I think every single person here is like, Ghost Dragon.
Yeah.
There's not a question on mine.
Okay,
Yeah,
so 3. I'll have to work on that.
Yeah,
path
be thinking
too.
about the Ghost Dragon path, because apparently that's what all of us are super curious about.
Okay.
Hell
Spooky stuff.
yeah.
Plan
I'm
is
curious about living.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
And you will be subsidized, so you don't have to worry. You know, you have your servants.
Right. So plan is to take next week off, since we've been playing pretty consistently for a little while. I want to take a little bit of extra time to fully prep returning to Strahd, and of course we will be returning to Party A on Strahd.
Yay, Ben!
So my homework for all of y'all would be consider what it is you want to do at the winery before heading to, if I understand it correctly, you all wanted to head toward the werewolf den, correct?
Z werewolf den.
Z werewolf den. Yeah.
The werewolves.
I believe so, yeah.
So the
provided we got weapons appropriately silvered as a recompense.
indeed.
Yeah, I think that was the
Right.
last thing that we were doing.
Yeah, I want my other sword silvered.
For sure. I will. What I'm going to do for not next week, but the week after that, when we return, is I'll do a little bit of a narrative intro to kind of bring everybody up to speed. And essentially, all of your main weapons that you have will be silvered if they are not already. And if you have a side weapon you would like silvered instead, since you've got a silvered weapon or something already, then that can be done. That'll be done while you're at the winery.
Can I silver arrows too?
Absolutely. You'll be able
Cool.
to, excuse me, to silver up to at least 40 regular arrows.
Cool.
And essentially, the short version is Davian and the family have set up a bunch of defenses for the winery
They
now.
need a gem of protection.
Well, you retrieved one. You retrieved.
Yeah, we did. In
Yeah,
fact.
you retrieved his.
Oh, that's
druidic
true, we
gem.
did.
And while it
That's
will
true.
help grow the grapes, he's also now kind of manipulated some of the broken remnants of scarecrows, built some scarecrows of their own, and he calls them scare witches. He refused to call them scarecrows or scare birds.
Right. Well, I can understand that.
But the idea is to fend off the witch that had been. That had sent those scarecrows that attacked you in your initial foray into the winery. And as a final, just kind of quick note, but, like I said, I'll narrate this, but Davian is leaving his family and coming with you.
Oh, shit.
He is joining your ranks and has every intent to hunt down the Devil Strahd and end this, or at the very least, hunt down the witch that has been threatening his winery for so long, because he's gathered at this point that at some point your journeying is going to take you to her, because at least from the reading that Madame Ava told you, she has one more major artifact in her possession, this witch does, that could help you.
Right. And thank you for just screwing all my plans.
And just quick question. Oh, go ahead.
No, yours is up first.
Okay. So, if I recall correctly, there are 2 gems of the 3, or was the one we got the third? Like
The
as
one
far
that
as
you
Yeah, that's a
druidic
good
gems.
question.
there are 3 in total. The one that you
Uh-huh.
retrieved is the first and only one that Davian has in his possession right now. One of the others was apparently taken by the witch, and one of the others was lost quite some time ago. He doesn't actually know who took it or where.
Probably
that's right.
Strahd has it.
Oh, that's right.
At least Vin would think that.
It may
Strahd
not even
probably
be that
has
the
it.
other one is in the witch. The second one is actually locked in Artesia's collar right now.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right.
That
Yeah,
was-
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
So did I.
So yeah,
I
we
did too
get
until until
one's in the collar.
right now.
We retrieved one, and one is in the wind or with the wind.
I believe in the wind. I'll have to double check my knowledge to see if he
I
if he
thought
knows
there
the
was
location of the second one, but
no. I thought there was some glimpse we were given that Strahd had it, like the tip of a baton, or
Strahd's got it in Artesia's collar.
Yeah.
okay,
The
that's just
collar
a
that's
different
controlling
one.
her, yeah.
No, that's the same one that
Let's
he
see.
had. He put it in her collar, replacing the old gem,
The winery. 174.
if I remember correctly.
I can double check real fast.
Oh God, I've got to try and get back into a Slavic accent.
Martico family. Yeah, you got
And
2 weeks.
problem is I'm watching Outlander at the moment, so it's like shit, Scott.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
Here we go. Davian.
Greg, I'm probably gonna put Artesia on D&D Beyond just because I really like it now. Whatever they changed.
Whatever
since
it was
last
they
time.
changed since the last time I messed with it, it's a lot better. There's a lot more
Yeah,
available
I
on
have-
the free side, and I appreciate that.
You know, if you want me to set it up, Greg, for Strahd, because I've already bought most
Oh
of
yeah, then you can
most
share
of
the content.
everything,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know, but I think I have to be listed as the GM.
Okay, yeah, if you
You
want to
know,
make
and-
another game that's like Greg's Curse of Strahd or something for our D&D Beyond profile, then that's fine. I'm
Yeah,
cool with that.
I can certainly do that.
Well, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be a lot cleaner.
I can dig it.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah.
were we
we
supposed to have done something with our characters, like a
Uh,
level up,
I
or
don't think so.
I thought we leveled up right at the end of it.
I don't even know
like,
where the hell Vin is.
after we blew up the
Okay.
tree. Because I remember being excited, but I haven't actually looked at that character in a long time. I couldn't even
No, neither have I.
Neither have I. I'm not even sure what level I am right now.
Well, I've got Missling here, but I haven't played her in forever.
Hell, I'll pop over there real quick and give it a look. See.
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just loaded Roll20 because I'm like, that's where it's sitting. All my
Yeah.
stuff is just sitting in
Yeah.
Roll20.
Da di da di
Yeah,
da.
that's all monster, so I can free up this clipboard and find Vin.
If I am
Oh,
not
we're
mistaken,
doing Team A, not Team B, right?
correct.
Right.
Yeah, Team A. So Kaidos,
Yeah,
Vin,
okay.
Kelvin, and Artesia.
Yes.
And yes,
I don't know where Vin is.
he did confirm
Uh-oh.
that the third and final druidic crystal is in the possession of a witch in a town called Berez, which is
Okay.
where you believe to be or where you believe the symbol of Ravenkind is. The holy.
Wait, so it's not the witches of old Bold Grinder that attacked the mill?
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the witches that ended up attacking you, that attacked the winery, were attacking pretty much because Tolkis had stolen the silver dagger, and
Got it.
y'all were kind of the only leads they had at this point.
Okay.
Right.
All right, so yes, fun time, Sarah. I have got to sign off and
Right.
such for the
Understand.
evening. But I will see y'all in 2 weeks for Curse of Strahd.
Okay.
Think about anything, and just let me know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Facebook Messenger or whatever, if there's anything else you wanted to get done in at the winery. All right, y'all.
All
have a
right,
great night.
and just